primarily an art studio, actually. They have pretty much, I think they have exclusive rights to make all art for Riot. So they made money off that, and then in their spare time they make a tabletop role-playing game. And that's the game we are playing, which is, it's set in a post-apocalyptic world, 500 years into the future. It is very, very awesome. I highly suggest looking it up. And without any further ado, we will be handing it over to Marcus, who will be GMing. We'll introduce the characters when we're in game, eh? Yeah, so I'll hand over to Marcus now. So take over.
Yep. Okay. So before us lies a vast grassland, slowly receding into the ground as one of the many scars from space slowly heals. Occasionally, as people have managed to encroach on the once inhospitable areas of the planet, stories have emerged of horrors that await settlers in the dark. Our players meet at a crossroad, with Reuben travelling from the east and Amans from the west. To the south lies a rickety bridge over a long dried-out river, yet the moss on the ground appears to be thriving, and it oozes with an odor rather unlike oil. It appears either fate or luck has brought our two wasteland wanderers together, and it appears they may be heading in the same direction. Enter characters.
Alright, so I am playing Ameslia. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. It's a Breton pronunciation, so bear with me. But I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Ameslia Korek. I am from Francia, specifically from Brittany, hence why my character has a British name. I chose the concept of the Seeker, so I'm out there looking for knowledge and stuff. I am from the cult of the Anabaptists, which are basically a bunch of Gnostic paladin, barbarian type things. And for my rank, I'm a rank 2 Orgnastic, so I'm in the warrior class. And yeah, and then Kit, you wanna your character?
So my character is Reuben. He's a Orcan, and he's in hell, and he's called from the Helvetics, basically a heavily Swiss.
Sorry, yeah, okay.
You're really choppy again, man.
You're really choppy, but Switzerland is all you need to know, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
And Borka is basically Germany, so.
Yeah.
Yes. So what? So are we just like? Are we at like an inn or just like at a?
No, you literally just made it at the crossroads. So.
Made it at a crossroads. Okay.
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
It's roughly midday at the moment. So you've been traveling probably both of you have been traveling for about 4 hours each.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna sit down by the crossroads and take a little rest, and I'm gonna pull out I'm gonna sit on my sleeping bag, and then I'm gonna pull out a set of cooking utensils, and I'm going to start scavenging for our lunch.
Okay.
Alright. So by crossroads, what I'll be doing is, while my friend is going looking for his lunch, I'm gonna pull out one of my ration bars and check on my trailblazer. Try to inspect it through the travel.
What are you inspecting?
My trailblazer. It's my gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to interact at all?
Yeah. I'll call should I do a roll to? I should probably do like a survival roll or something to look for stuff.
Oh yes, you should. Yeah, so you should do that.
Alright, hang on. Where's my character
Sorry.
sheet? Oh, there's my character sheet. Found it. Oh god, it's all. Okay, now what is my? Hang on, I just got my character sheet back up. So, instinct, survival. Okay, I got 4 dice. So, roll d6s, and I got 4 of them, and I need. Oh, okay, I failed miserably.
So yeah, Oh, that's actually quite terrible because
That's awful.
that's 3 critical failures.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so in the process of trying to forage through the bush, you've actually managed to kick over your cooking equipment.
Ah, fuck. And I start gathering it all back up, and I go and I just put everything back up, and after a while of, I guess, not looking finding anything, I put it down and I'm like, hey, gun boy, you got a spare ration over there by any chance?
Yeah. Yeah, seeing fumble around, I'll chuck him my other ration bar.
Much appreciated. Didn't catch your name. My name is Anmez.
Ruben.
Ruben. That's a
Ruben.
strange accent you got there from out east, is it?
Where are we?
Yeah, where are we actually? What like country are we in?
You're in Pollen.
Okay, so we're both from out west.
Yeah, from
we're both gone quite far east.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Borka, is it?
Yes, Borka. You?
Frankia.
Frank. Yeah.
Yeah. What brings you out here?
The usual. Doing my rounds, making sure that the roads are safe.
Yes, as I expect from one of yous. I'm much the same. I'm looking for a traitor, to say the least, and on top of that, just doing the regular rounds of fighting the Degenesis servants wherever they may pop up. I'm sure you have problems with those apocalypses, them and their burn, as they call it, their smuggling, and their sin. Sorry, you're chopping out.
Really? Fuck.
Yeah, I can hear you swear clearly though.
Yeah, that seems to be the only thing we can hear you saying.
Oh man, this is gonna be awkward.
Okay, you sound fine now. Sorry, what did your character just say?
He just commented about smugglers and stuff.
Yeah. You agree? We don't like the apocalypse. No one does.
No, excellent. So after you've decided that you are now going to probably be friends for the reasons of fate or whatever it is.
Yep.
You're next traveling south across a rickety bridge.
No, it's a bridge. Ruben, aren't your people quite good with bridges? Are you one of those types of Helvetics, or not really?
No, I'm more of a climber kind of guy.
Damn.
Okay.
What equipment do you have? Anything that we think would be useful here?
No, I don't have any good equipment. Just my bag, sleeping stuff.
Damn. How far across is the bridge?
The bridge is only 10. The bridge is 10 meters across.
10 meters. Oh, it's still quite a. How high is it? Like, how big's the fall?
Well, it's not very high, but it's enough to hurt you.
Okay. And is it like across like a sheer cliff face, like across a canyon or like a gully, or is it just like a?
No, it's just an old river.
Just a river.
Yeah.
Well.
Just an old river. It's not a river anymore, but there's lots of moss in the basin of it.
Oh yeah. I'm going to examine the moss from up here. Not going down, but is this a regular type of moss, or is this a sepsis-related moss?
It is a sepsis-related moss.
Okay, so I obviously can tell that. Well, I wish my higher up was still here. His flamethrower would be useful about now. I don't fancy much taking a dive into the sepsis. Well, I guess sooner or later we have to get across this bridge. Shall we draw straws to see who crosses first?
Sure.
All right.
Now, what I want you to do is either make a athletics or dexterity to get across the bridge.
Okay.
So body athletics or agility dexterity.
Okay.
And you're beating a 3.
Okay, I've got quite good. Well, okay, let's do the drawing of straws first. So, shall we just roll a d20 and see who gets higher?
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Okay, 14. 11. It seems you're going first, my friend.
Okay. Count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Ooh, so you got...
You only got 2 successes there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you've actually failed and fallen.
Oh, fuck.
Shit. Don't breathe in, my friend. Just try to get out there as fast as possible. I don't know. I'll make it athletics, did you say?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 5.
Either or, whichever one you've got more of.
Athletics, I can't remember what you said the other one was, but my athletics is most likely better.
The other one was agility dex.
Yeah, okay, definitely not. Only 2 as well.
Okay, so you both failed and fallen into the moss. But luckily for you, it's not really it's not a mature moss. It's just it looks like it's slightly sick. So it's just broken your fall a little bit. So you're gonna both take one damage for that one.
Okay, no problem.
From your.
How do I mark it off?
From your flesh wounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume it's not trauma.
No.
Well,
you've just suffered what is essentially going to be a bit of a bruise.
Yeah. How do I mark it? Yeah, okay, I can't even mark it, so I'll just get a piece of paper and write down what I've taken.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, let's write on this. Who needs letters about my mortgage? Okay, so I've taken 1 flesh wound. 1 flesh. So 1 flesh wound. Okay. As I fall in, I quickly get back up and I grab my my sleeping bag and I try to use it as like a what's it called, a makeshift mast, and I pass one end over to Ruben and I cover your face.
Okay, very good.
I'll accept it and put it around my face.
Yeah, so now we're tied to sort of loosely tied together by a massive sleeping bag, and then I'm gonna climb out the other end now.
Yeah, it's relatively shallow. It's a relatively shallow climb out, so it's not too difficult for you.
Yeah.
Okay, once you're on the other side and you've cleaned yourself off as best you can, you happen to notice that someone is watching you from the distance.
I guess, is there anything like, it's not like perception, there's a perception, yep, there's perception,
You know, what's he wearing kind of gear?
Sorry?
Like, what's he wearing? Like,
he's a bit too far away for you to see that.
Okay.
Alright, shall we roll perception to see what else we can see?
Yep.
Ooh, okay, I got 2 successes there, that's not bad.
2 successes.
And you got 4 successes. Oh yeah, that would make life easier.
Wait, I was at 4.
Yeah, it is because you got 3 6s and you also got 3 triggers as well. Fantastic. All right, so somehow Ruben has managed to see long distance that this guy is a native of the area. Um, just by pure dumb luck, he just seems to recognise the exact facial features this man has.
I guess clan markings.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I would say clan markings.
Anyway, so you've also seen that the man is quite old. Is not very tall and quite thin, but he's watching you with the eyes of someone who's experienced at watching things.
Kit, how do you add? Because obviously you've got your character's icon for Roll20. How do you change that? I've never actually done it.
I did. I changed my profile picture.
Your
That's it.
profile picture. Yeah. So I have to leave to do it. Okay, I could probably load up a different thing and do it like that. So I'm going to be annoying and just do this while we're doing that. We identify that there's a clanner about. Well, you identify there's a clanner about. On my profile, I guess. What do you say to my character?
I nudged him and pointed at him and tell him there's a clanner. It's probably someone local.
This could be good or this could be bad. Well, it's best to keep our eye out for more of them since we don't know what's quite up yet.
Okay, so as you both make your way towards, would you like to make another perception check?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll change image. Sorry, I'm just How do you spell my character's name? Sorry,
I just had no successes and 2 failures.
So as I said, I'm being very annoying and I'm doing everything now that I shouldn't be doing. Okay, I'll roll now. Hang on. Rolling. Okay, I got nothing. I don't know shit.
Okay. So as you're both walking around, neither of you really notice anything. In fact, for a moment, because Ruben's looking too hard at things that he's not even sure are there, he loses sight of the man in the distance for a moment.
Fuck, we're being really bad at rolling, eh? It's funny because this is easier than Shadowrun because obviously you only need half. I guess you have smaller dice pools though, but it's still funny how. Yeah, that's 50-50 basically. Coin flip, and then it's like.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, you can't hear me. Hello.
Hello.
Hang on.
What? Wait, I don't think you can hear us.
Can you hear? Hang on.
Mic check. Mic check. What?
Okay, I can hear you too. Actually, I can't hear Marcus now.
Oh, yeah, I can't hear Marcus either.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay.
No, it's me.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I thought you couldn't hear me.
No, I couldn't hear anybody. I just dropped out for a moment there.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, but no, I just
anyway. Sorry. So what ended up happening while I wasn't there?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Just told us that the guy disappeared.
Oh no, I didn't say he disappeared. I said you just lost sight of him.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing pretty much, though, when you think about it.
Well, no, because Liam still. Armand can still see him.
Oh, okay.
It's just because Ruben was looking too hard, he forgot where the other guy was. Anyway,
I'm going.
How are you gonna approach this man?
We're gonna. Is he standing still, like in our way, or is he like moving back, or what's going on here? Like, what's his?
Well, he's not in your way. He's just watching you.
I'm just gonna let him watch, and I'm just going to keep on in the back of my mind that he's there, but I'm just gonna mostly just continue on.
Just gonna walk straight past him.
Yeah. Well, is he like in our path though, or is he like off to the side?
He's on the path you're on, but he's just off to the side.
Okay, so he's in the path, but not on the
Okay.
real path.
Well, if
Side
that's
road.
fine, I just as I walking past, I just
Like,
call
try
out
to
and be
shoot
like, "Greetings, fellow traveler.
Hello there.
How are you this fine day?"
I suppose the same as every day. It's not the best around here.
What
This-
seems to be your troubles out here?
Well, there seems to be a lot of burn going around in our villages lately.
Yeah,
a lot of burn.
Yeah, lots of burn.
that's not good. Do you know where it's coming from? I'm guessing it's the birds and their sin.
Well, the spore fields are getting closer.
Yes. It's always
I'm afraid we're
troubling.
going to have to leave here soon.
It's unfortunate. That's why me and my group originally came out here.
I was hoping I'd see Anabaptists once in my lifetime.
Yes. Speaking of the spore fields, is there any battalions nearby?
I haven't seen any for a few days.
Well, thanks for the information. This news is disturbing, to say the least.
I'd like to ask him. Like, I'll pull out a local map. Like, let's just say, I wouldn't say local map. Like, I would ask, how close has the the spore fields has gone?
The spore fields are about 30 kilometers away from the village.
Look on his map. How old is this map?
I'd say this is 2450.
450. Yeah, so quite old. And I'm going to compare what the man says to what's on the map. Like how fast has the progress been?
Yeah.
From the map you've got, which is
Old, obviously.
old. Yep. Well, the old map was showing an increase of about 30 kilometers from the original impact site.
Okay.
So it's moved 30 kilometers from. Yeah. Okay.
So it's basically doubled in size.
Yep.
This is not good. Not good at all. Well,
Whatever can we do? Whatever can we do about this?
if you wish for my advice, it would head west. Try to find the nearest Anabaptist chapel and join up for our holy crusade.
I think you might be right. We should take back our land.
Exactly. We must take back the land from the deluge and make paradise on earth.
I agree. I
With
agree.
sword and fire.
I believe you must be looking for some information.
Yes.
I suppose. Well, the nearest town is a little way south of here, another hour or so. It is unsurprisingly called Shantytown.
Fair enough. And what cults can we expect to find in there?
Not really many in the way of cults. Hold on. We're just a clanner. We're just a clanner settlement.
Oh yes. Well, what clan do you hail from? Just give you all this information you didn't prepare for.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I have a way to.
There's in the book. I think it's like. I can't remember what the name of the exact chapter is. It's something like Hell something. Hang on. In the second book. In From Hell, it has all the clans, so you can just find one from Pollen and I guess give that. From page 2 onwards. It's quite a few.
Yeah, just a few. Just a few.
Yeah, I think it's something like 22 of them.
Bloody hell.
Oh no, what?
Hang on, I'm just going to grab those barking dogs while
Yeah, sorry, what
you
was
do that. Sorry.
What change did you say? What
Out
page did
one
you say?
moment. Oh. Oi! Oi! Come on! Hey, friends! Come on. Go on, in you guys go. None of this. Hey, you know you're being naughty. Don't you give me that face. You silly sausage. Alright, sorry about that. Alright. You got a clan. Sorry.
I'm trying to find.
You can just make one up if you want, man.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
Yeah, fair enough. Or you can make him the cool mammoth rider dudes, like like the Grigori or something.
The Giganti.
Gigante, yeah, here we go. That's because badass.
Oh yeah.
The mammoth riders, man. Yeah.
Some settled Giganti.
They're just
Why
cool.
not?
They're cool. They ride woolly mammoths across over to America, and they're the only people who ever go over there.
Oh, yeah.
They literally cross the Arctic ice sheet.
Cool. Okay,
Mad,
so
mad
yeah.
Absolute mad lads.
Well, okay. Anyway, so if we come across a Giganti, so it's a Giganti culture shantytown.
Well, this is most certainly odd. You don't really see these guys settling down much.
We're only here for the winter.
Yeah, fair enough. When do you make the crossing again?
Yeah, a little bit. Usually over the spring, it's warm enough to cross and not too icy.
Well, fair enough. I won't pry too much into that. I know you're sensitive about it, but yes. And I guess we make our way to the town.
Oh, hold on. I'm meant to be doing something.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Don't know what.
No, I'm just still learning about the skills. And one of them, like, is basically you can read body language and stuff.
Yeah, was expression. It's pretty cool.
Are we good?
Yeah, I'm good. We're waiting for you. You said you were doing something.
Oh yeah, I've just put that new thing up on.
Oh, did you put something on Discord? Sorry.
No,
I
no,
don't have Discord thing.
Oh yeah,
On the
you've
wrong-
changed
on-
the town. Oh, hang on. I'll turn on the map. Let's change. I'll just do some adjusting of the map, so it's just the map showing. If you make it bigger, it makes it a little easier for me.
Well, I can just make it bigger. This big as the fucking thing there.
Yeah, that'll probably be best. I'm just gonna customize the size of this thing. And I can just zoom in on it. There we go. It truly is a little shanty town.
Yep. As you're approaching, you can see there's every now and then what looks to be old or crushed caps.
Ultra crushed what?
Like mushroom cusps.
Ah, alright.
Unmistakable sign of burn usage.
Seems the plague has spread here already.
As you enter the town, you see that it's strangely quiet. You would have expected more noise to be here.
How far are we from the town?
I'm assuming
Sorry.
I'm assuming we're in it.
Yeah, you're pretty much there.
Ah,
You-
crap. I'm gonna say we could scout like over it or something.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to scout ahead, that's fine.
Yeah, you can do that. What is it you're looking for in particular?
Like some sort of high ground where we could like look over the town, see what's like before going in.
Well, it's on a downward slope, so as you can see it, like from where you're walking to.
Okay.
Basically, everywhere's the high ground.
Yeah, if you're like the whole thing, you're basically walking into a crater.
Okay.
No, we could have already seen us. Fuck. But still, I'm gonna try to approach stealthily.
Okay.
Do you give any indication to me that that's what you're planning?
Yeah.
Just so you're like going ahead.
Once I realize that it might be too quiet, like I give you a nudge and tell him like there might be something's up. I wanna go quietly.
I just nod and go, fair enough, but I'm pretty certain it's just the burn. Alright.
So sorry, what was that?
I said, I just nod to him and go, fair enough, but I'm pretty certain it's just the effects of the burn.
Oh, okay, yep. So do you want to carry on with your what would you call this if you're going to go and sneaky?
Just scouting.
What's that?
I'll just say
stealth.
it's just scouting.
Oh, there's a stealth there, so yeah, give me a stealth.
3, 4, 5.
3 successes with 3 triggers.
Nice.
You got 4 successes.
Yeah, you got 4 successes. 4, 5.
It's the limit. It's with 4 and above.
Yeah, 4
Yeah,
and
it's
above.
4 and above.
It's a 50-50 chance of success.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just 6s are super successes.
But it's a 20% chance of critical success or critical failure.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's sort of like
No, 33.
Sorry, what's that?
Yeah, no. You're like a 33% chance of a critical failure or critical success. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, you have managed to sneak towards the town very quietly, very quietly. In fact, so quietly that you haven't even heard anybody else moving. And I suppose Armand is just marching into the town.
Um, I'm just gonna hang back and I'm just gonna sort of very. I'm gonna actually. I'll hang all the way back and I'll just wait for him to return.
Okay.
Is it? Oh fuck! I'm gonna. How's the so it's this shanty village camp like shaped this in a circle?
Yeah, roughly. So
Yeah.
pretty much all the houses are facing to the middle.
Okay, is it pretty much what we see on the screen?
Pretty much, yeah. This is a pretty good representation of it.
And then I guess I'll try to approach like 10 meters through the closest house. Just keeping an eye out and listening to see if I hear anything.
Yep. So really, all you can hear is just occasionally the sound of people or dogs moving around inside them, but nothing much.
So there's people inside. Are they making normal human noises or?
Normal human noises, yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll come back to the thing and tell him. I'll come back to Aman's.
Anything interesting?
Yeah, nothing. Looks like you're right. Might just be my.
The burn.
Yeah.
It's
Might just be the burn.
Yeah. As expected. This town is riddled in sin. The fools, they should know better than invite the sepsis into themselves. We shouldn't stay here too long. So, we'll go into the town, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have anything we could trade for some supplies for the road? Did you... Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have like nothing to trade, man.
Same here. All I have is my sleeping bag and this cooking gear. I was hoping to get some work here and hopefully get some more supplies. I've lost most of them on this road. You don't seem to be in much better condition.
As you're walking, one of the doors opens to the house, and a straggling man steps out, and he stares at you through squinted eyes.
I just nod at him.
Like, is it hostile, like squinty, or?
Well, no, he's just trying to get used to the sunlight.
Oh.
But all he sees before him is two people shining in the sunlight. He's not quite sure what to make of you. Who are you?
We're two wary travelers.
We're like we're looking for some information.
What kind of information?
About the surrounding lands.
Well, what do you want to do with that information?
Well, what I want to do is fight the corruption that's taking hold of these lands.
You mean the band, don't you?
Yes, the sepsis in general, the psychonauts, all of it.
Ah, come in. Maybe you can help me.
And I was like, will do. And as I walk past Ruben, I like tap onto his gun, and then I tap onto my sword. Be ready.
Nod. Alright, I'll let him go first since he's the one with the sword.
Yeah. Actually, I also have a spade and a dagger too. I should probably take note of.
You have a spade and a dagger.
Yeah. I forgot I have those in my inventory. I got them for ranking up. Oh, and armor, but I'm not
Alright,
having
so my
armor.
complete, like, all my items are basically my gun, a couple of bullets, 2 explosives.
Yeah, we should probably go over our inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Camo net. That's it.
okay, so mine, I've got all my positions is I got a knife, a spade, and my sword. I've got a leather coat for armor, and then equipment. I've got cooking equipment and a sleeping bag / blanket.
Nice.
So yeah, we're quite light on that. Quite light on that front.
All right. Very good. Anyway, so you go into the man's house and he looks around as you go inside and makes sure no one's looking when he closes the door. He sits you down and he passes you both a drink of water.
I just take it. I take it from him. Is it how clean does the water look?
It's clean. It's been put through a purifier.
Oh, okay, awesome.
It's purified.
Yes. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'll sit down with the man. I'm guessing he is like a table, something. What's the relative tech level of these guys? Are they like full on? They're full on tribal, or are they like more medieval?
They're full on tribal. These are Tech 1 guys.
Yeah, Tech 1 dudes. Okay.
Look, I don't know how much you've heard about this little place, but it used to be a lot wealthier. We used to have our own animals and all sorts, but someone has been selling burn to the rest of the townspeople, and as a result, everything's gone to shit.
As would happen. I'm assuming it is the work of the birds.
I believe it is.
Yes.
I just need a way. I need a way to get rid of it from this town. I don't know how.
Well, I believe me and my friend here are the perfect ones to do something about it.
Well, there's definitely somebody here in this town who's making a lot of money off it. I need to find out who it is, who can make an example of them, because someone in here is using it, and someone in here is selling it.
Yes, if we can find out who that is and get rid of them, then it'll be much easier than purifying the whole town.
Absolutely, I'd much prefer it that way.
Dude, so do you have any leads? I'm guessing.
Well, the problem is that everybody's so docile that they don't even notice each other. But they won't speak to me about it because they know that I'm trying to get rid of it.
Yes, and I'm assuming they won't speak to me given my cult's crusade.
No, but I'm hoping you can at least scare some of them into revealing who the dealer is.
Oh, we can definitely go about that. Yes.
Yeah, we can do something about that.
Yeah. My dominion's not bad. I got 4 dice for that. And if push comes to shove, we can always do a proper intimidate when I fucking actually manhandle them and I get to do the as a combined. I think what was it? And we have big fuck off weapons, so.
Yeah, they get pretty scary to these like random peasants.
I was gonna say we round them all up, give them a speech about don't do drugs.
Basically, but it's a mixture of don't do drugs because drugs are bad for you. 2 because, and then it'll turn into like religious rant, and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, if you don't stop it, I'm gonna kill you all.
It's pretty good.
All right. Well, I guess is that actually our plan? Do we want to round them all up into the city and talk to them about the dangers of the abuse of burn?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, you can do that. So you're
How
gonna
many?
go around.
First off, how many people are we gathering up here?
So there's 15 people here.
What's the blast radius on those explosives you have?
I have no idea. They're just called explosives.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I thought I could have 2 explosive, and I was like, "Yep, I'll grab 2 explosives."
Fair enough. I assume it's like a grenade. It's probably like probably a couple
I'm
of
gonna
grenades.
Let's see, because it has properties, and
Yeah, go see what the properties are. Because
because one of them is explosive and one of them is thunderstrike. So I don't know.
I'm looking at my character sheet like I have explosives on it. I have no fucking idea what your items do.
Yeah, wait, I'll pull up the book.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a copy of the book because my weapon has special properties as well, so I should keep that up in mind. My Binden hammer. It's in the what page is it? Blazer 12020.
Book. I mean, book 2.
22. I can see the appeal of playing a Neo-Liberian in this game, eh? That 1,000 coin per fucking rank and resource. It's like, ooh. Oh, so useful. So much money. That's chronicler stuff. That's judges. Scrappers, clanners. Scourges. Jamaidians. Paler. I forgot Paler's too far yet. Oh, there we go. There's a big fucking bin under. Oh, that's all the oils. Don't care about that.
What is that? C D E. Explosive.
Specialty impact. 2 triggers, right? Once again, control the weapon once it swings it. Knife and fire will fit next round using the knife weapon profile. He must drop his. Oh, my bloody sword has a hidden knife in it. Holy shit, that's cool.
So you have a dagger, a sword, and another hidden knife inside your sword.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
So the bottom half of my hand, because it's a two-handed thing, has a spring mechanism. So the bottom half of my sword can turn into a dagger. That's cool. Episode weapons for an episode of war. Yes, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay. That's the explosion rule.
Yeah, okay, that's what we're actually looking for. I was just looking at I wanted to see what my special property was. That's pretty funny. Ammo types, ammunition, weapon. Is it just called? It's just called explosives. Is it? Oh,
Yep, it just says explosive. It literally just says applied the explosion rules. I'm like, what?
Okay, hang on. There's explosives. Here we go. Explosives, Thunderstrike, and explosive. Oh yeah, the Helvetic unique item. Okay. So hang on. There's up above it had weapon. It had weapons, things, explosives, scatter, fire hazard, explosive ammo used that detonates in a fireball and destroys everything in a certain radius. Display the explosion rules. Hang on. Does it have like a value? Hang on, where was it? I just saw it.
Nope.
Hang on, let me see.
It literally says explosive. So, what's the explosion rule?
Explosive. Where's the damage? Damage 16. Okay. And let's just select it and do a search. That seems like an explosion. It's probably a separate book for doing explosions. Yes, search for exact matches, please. Oh, God.
Oh, okay, here it is. I think I found the explosion rule.
Okay.
Okay, an exploding grenade or detonating mine tear everything in the surrounding apart. Okay, the damage at ground zero is at maximum damage and equal to the listed damage. damage is reduced by 1 for every meter of distance from the center.
Okay, so it's got six. So basically, it's got 16-meter blast radius where it does any damage.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty big. Okay, so my idea here is, so we have, so there's like, I'm going off the shantytown in the picture, and I'm assuming that's basically the exact layout of the town.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking
Close
is,
enough.
we put an explosive either in or near the building in the middle. We gather them all inside, and we basically give them a stern talking to. If they don't give up the information, we start interrogating them. If they get violent, we set off the explosive, killing them all.
I don't know, that's a bit extreme for me.
Okay, too extreme for you?
Yeah. That's a bit extreme for me.
Too extreme?
Yeah, that's... I'm not into, like, you know, I'm not advocating genociding the whole village for that.
Well, the town's genociding itself at the moment, and drastic measures call for drastic solutions. Drastic problems call for drastic solutions. Because if this town continues on the way it is, they'll end up creating more psychonauts. And that's a problem we can't deal with at all. But oh well, we won't go with that plan then. We'll still gather them. We'll still gather them up and try to get the information out of them. I was just thinking at a final solution if they get violent. We want a backup plan because we won't be able to take on 15 people at once.
Yeah. How about to have 2? Yeah, 2. I have 2 explosives. We use one as a warning explosive.
Yes.
Like we blow up one of the buildings.
I would go against using it because how hard are these explosives for you to get your hands on?
Not that hard.
But we'd have to. I'm assuming we'd have to return to the Alps anyway to get them.
Yeah.
And that's quite the journey from here. So we probably don't want to waste them, because if we ever come across an actual psychonaut or any of their mindless drones, then we're going to really wish we had it. I was also thinking we keep it there in case they get violent. If they get violent, you set it off, and that way we can escape, and hopefully we would have stopped. Yeah. I wasn't saying like use it as a first solution if nothing happens. It's the last resort if they turn violent and don't want the burn taken away from them.
Alright, yeah.
Hopefully that makes myself a little more clear. I don't.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I was like, wait.
Yeah, I don't mean like gather them all up and just kill them. I mean like gather them up, interrogate them. If they don't do anything, we just take them aside one by one. If they get violent, then we set it off and fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other solution is we bar all of them in their houses and go house to house.
Might as well go in, like, might as well do it as a group.
Do it as a group, then we can interrogate them, and at the same time, our friend here can go from house to house and see if he can find anything. Because I'm assuming one of these people is working with the birds, and they must be turning in quite a profit. And I'm assuming whoever this one person is probably also going to be the more, how do I put it? More with it. They're probably not using their own supply, but you never know with the birds.
Hopefully they won't be abusing their supply, but you never know.
But anyway, we assume one of them is supplying, so they probably have a supply somewhere.
Yep. All right.
So we go to our friend here and we go. So is there two of them? So because obviously the guy came out of the house and the other guy lead us here. Are they both here?
Yep.
Okay, so we
No,
got.
the guy who led you here was going the other way.
Okay. Oh well. Before we leave, so I'll tell him farewell and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then Yeah, and then okay, so we will get. So we explain the plan to him where we will set an explosive in this. Actually, we'll skip the explosive part. We'll just say we're gonna get. We'll tell him that we want. We're gonna gather everybody into the central building / plaza, and we're gonna try and intimidate them into telling us who it is. And while we're doing that, I want him to go house to house and see if he can find any clues as to who is supplying the burn, or at the very least who is being supplied with the burn from the birds, because I highly doubt he's going out into the spore fields himself.
I see. Well, if this is your plan, then you must put me in with the rest of them, otherwise they will know that it was me who ordered this.
Okay, well, a second part of this is we're going to put you all in, but if they don't give it up, we're going to start pulling you all out one by one for individual interrogations. So we'll pull you out first for interrogation, and then from there you can start searching, and we'll start pulling everyone else one by one.
Okay.
Alright, sweet. So, okay, so how are we going to go about gathering them? Just go room to room? Just pull everyone out? Strong arm them?
Yeah.
Or just stand there and call them all out?
I say room to room, Make sure that the houses are empty.
Yep, do a quick sweep. And that way we can also look for any obvious sign of the cusps. If somebody has a bunch... Yep. If somebody has like a crate full of cusps, we've put them on a list. Because obviously anybody who's using, they're probably going to have some used ones scattered around, but if the person who's supplying is obviously going to have a supply somewhere. And if it's in their house, well, one, they're stupid, but two, they have to put it somewhere, so... So, okay, well, we'll go house to house, and we'll start with his neighbour, and we'll do him second, so it doesn't look like we've started with him or finished with him. So he's like second or third to get thrown in.
Yeah, and are you going to go in opposite directions, or are you going to go together?
Head together.
Yeah, we'll go
together.
So, it's a lot less dangerous.
Yeah, because if a couple of them just charge us, we're more likely to fight them off together.
Okay, I want you both to roll me negotiation and force.
Okay.
Negotiation plus force.
Yeah, we do a back-to-back roll. Negotiation first. Ooh, my negotiation's awful. I only got 2 dice for negotiation. Target number is greater than 4. Yep, greater than 4. Roll.
1 success.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not correct. But I gotta get 1 success as well for negotiation.
And then force.
Hang on. Greater than 4. Sorry. And then
2 successes.
For my force roll, I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got 6. 3 successes. 1's a trigger.
Awesome. So you managed to get everybody together without too much complaining, and anybody who does complain a little bit, you manage to strong arm them into it, and so they give up pretty quickly. So now you've got everybody rounded into the center, and you noticed in about 5 of the houses, which is 5 out of 9, that there's definite signs of burn usage and a few cusps lying around.
Okay.
And roughly a quarter of the people you've pulled into the middle are showing definite signs of spore infection.
Oh yeah. Well, the ones who show definite signs of spore infection, I'm going to rip open their shirts and see if they have the chakra on their chest.
Yes, they all do.
Okay, those ones get pushed to the side. Okay, and then as so I pushed, we'll push those ones to the side. Everyone else can just go together. And obviously we take a note of the people we got from the houses with obvious cusps in them.
Yep. So of the five that were, obviously, they were in two of the houses, and the other three houses had another 6 in them.
Okay, so they're cramming quite a lot of people into their houses.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So how many people total? So it's 15, was it?
So it's 20 altogether. So in the 9, you've got like roughly 2 or 3 to a house.
All right. So yes. So I'm gonna signal for Ruben to climb up onto like the roof of the thing in the middle, so he's got a overview where he can shoot down if he needs to.
Yep.
And I'm gonna pull out my 2-handed sword, stab it into the ground, and hold it messy, and I'm just gonna stare out onto them, and just sort of, eye each of them for like a few seconds each, not saying anything. And then, don't turn off screen. I'm gonna just break the silence, screaming, I am disappointed. For centuries we have been fighting a war against the sepsis, and yet here you are, willingly ingesting it, letting it contaminate you. Soon you will be mindless drones to the spore fields, and your children will be corrupted into becoming psychonauts. I'm sure you're all aware of the dangers that psychonauts psychonauts pose to the world, and the glories of God. But here you are, taking in the Demiluge's taint. I cannot abide by this, and nor can my friend up there. Now, I know that you guys are not brave enough to bear the spore fields to find the burn yourselves, and I know somebody here is supplying the taint to those here. I would ask you to hand this person over to me now, or face my wrath.
Can you roll me an expression, please?
Expression?
Can I also roll expression since I'm also watching them?
Sorry?
Can I also roll expression since I'm also watching them?
Sure. Are you trying to express as...
Oh, sure.
Watch.
So expression or dominion, because I'm trying to inctimidate them. Or is
Are you trying to intimidate them?
No,
well, kind of.
And I'm trying to read their body language to see, to see if their bodies if someone's can tell just through body language who might be doing it.
So with that, you want to go through empathy.
Really? No.
Yeah, empathy's for reading. Expression is using your own body language. Do you want me to do a combined roll for expression and dominion?
Yeah, go on.
Because Dominion's intimidating people, so don't open up Firefox.
Sure.
Expressions for convincing. I guess I'm doing a bit of both, so I'm not particularly great at either, but...
Wait, if I have no points on my empathy, can I still roll?
Yeah, you can always roll. It's fine. And it's no penalty, it's not like Shadowrun where you get -2. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, okay, you did well.
Oh, man. Yep, cool.
I did lawfully. I got 1 on my expression, 0 on my dominion.
Okay. Right. So you've actually managed to convince them that you're not really that worth listening to. But Ruben on the sorry, what were you trying to do, Ruben?
So I'm trying to figure out through their body language to see who's the guilty one.
So you can see that as soon as Armand started making his speech, about 3 people definitely made their way to the back of the room.
Are those three? Are those three some of the ones who have the chakras?
No, you've separated those 5.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So this is not
15 remaining.
yeah.
All right.
All right. How do I do? Ah, fuck. Hand signals. Them.
How do you do hands
Well,
with your hands?
yeah, with hands, but obviously you could like do a whistle and just like signal, like do like a half point with them, like because you obviously you're holding your gun. You can like you got 2 hands, obviously you got a rifle, so you can use like your front hand to then signal that there's three people and like go to the back.
Yeah.
Okay, and as I after my little speech, I will walk through and I go. So, anybody willing to hand over the information I seek, or shall we make this more difficult?
No, nobody's willing to. Yeah, nobody can make eye contact with you, apart from the people who, are quite obviously not using.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to, as I'm going through, I am gonna like keep my eye up, constantly glancing up at Ruben, and I'll like tap the. I'm gonna like put my hand on everybody's shoulder, and I'm gonna be like look at Ruben each time I do. I'm looking for any confirmation that it's one of the 3 who seem most guilty.
Okay. Yep. So you do that, and eventually you find the 3.
Yeah. And as I do, I actually grab one of the ones who seem innocent. I'll grab our friend, the one who comes. So I'm like, you come with me, and I pull him off, pull him out of the house, out of the little shed in the middle, and I take him over to behind the house. I'm like, all right, do you know what to do? Start raiding their houses. There seems to be a few others who don't show any signs of uses. We found no cusps in their house, and I go through to the people who I think were them and the house I pulled them from. I just basically ask for confirmation. Do you think these guys are trustworthy as well?
No, they're not.
They're not. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay.
So he's going to go do searching and whatnot, and etc. etc.
Yeah. Okay, and
then
yeah. So I'll let him go off and do his search. And while he is searching, I've got a little suspicion. I'm going to go search his house.
Okay. Yep.
Just perception, I'm guessing.
Give me perception. Yep. Just
Yes,
perception.
I'm
And give me a cunning as well.
Cunning. Okay, they're both. Okay, my perception's worse than my cunning. So this is my perception first. Okay,
2 successes.
did a roll.
Cool.
2, that's alright. And then my cunning. 1 success. I got 2 fails.
2 critical failures. Okay, so with your perception, you may have a thorough good look around the house, but you don't find anything hidden, essentially.
Yeah. Alright, okay, no problem. So I'll go in and I'll pick. Let's grab one of the. I'll grab one of the ones who doesn't look with it, but it wasn't one of the ones marked by Ruben as guilty. So one of like the middle ones. I'll grab one of them next.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll pull him outside as well, a little bit away from the middle shed. And I will, with sword in hand, I like force him down to his knees and like hold my sword at him. And I'm just like, I'm going to only ask this once. Who's supplying the burn?
I'm honest. I can't tell you.
Can't or won't?
I can't. I don't know who it is.
Um, what was it? Empathy to read them? Okay, I actually have a point in empathy, thank God. Ooh, 2 successes again.
You can see that he's scared.
Scared.
Not scared of you, but scared of revealing the information.
Okay, very well. Alright, so I'll put him. So so do I know? Obviously I can see I know. We probably worked out with our mate what houses he's going to.
Yep.
So I guess I know what houses would have started with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I obviously I know what house we got this guy from, but I'm going to just put him into the house that he would have started with exploring.
Yep.
Even if it isn't this dude's house, and then I'm going to bar the door with. I guess there's something nearby that I can probably bar the door with.
Yeah, you can find a way to just kick the first.
Yeah, okay, and then I'll go in and I'll grab one of the ones who obviously uses, but it doesn't have the chakras.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing basically each time, so.
Okay. So for yep.
So roll expression as well. I mean empathy.
Yep.
Oosh, that's not good.
So this one you just take at face value.
Okay, just take him at face value, and I guess he does the same thing. He says he doesn't know.
Yep.
All right, and then I'll grab one of the chakra ones, and I'm going to do a medicine check. I guess it would be medicine. I want to see if it's just a if he's got like permanent thing and he's on the verge of becoming a leprous, or if he's he's still savable basically.
Okay.
I have 5 there. Oh, 3 successes. Oh, and 2 triggers too. No crit fails. That's not bad.
Okay, cool. So he is not quite on the way of becoming a leprous yet. However, you can see that he is very, very close to going over the edge.
Okay, so he's built up quite a lot of permanent spore infestation, or is it still all mostly temporary?
It's permanent. He's got permanence. They've all got permanence. All the.
Yeah. Okay, so they've gone quite bad. I'm just wondering if I should start just killing these ones off. Because at this point, I think if he has any kids, they're going to end up being psychonauts. So I'm going to drag him off into the woods and I'm going to behead him.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'll basically do the same thing where I go through the one who doesn't seem to use, one who's obviously using, and then I'm going to examine another one of the guys with the chakras. Just I want to, because if they're still savable, I don't want to obviously off them. But if they're really close to being on the verge, because obviously the chakra only appears when your temporary's full. But it's like if they've built up quite a lot of permanent, then that's that's too much. So do you want to give me two more empathies and another medical, or just go off basically same rolls? Because we'll be rolling a lot otherwise.
Yeah. Just go with what you've got. So you're gonna pretty much what you got there. So with two of the two of the burn, they're not quite permanent yet.
Okay.
And the other 2 have got a low permanence.
Okay. If they got a low permanence, I will. Yeah, it's only if they're really high permanence that I'll off them. So if the 2 who obviously don't have any permanence, I'm fine with leaving them. The low permanence though, obviously I'm not going to kill them, but I'm going to. I'll keep a note for sort of later.
Yep.
And later when we go, I'll sort that out after though. Yeah, and then after a couple of times going through that, I'm going to grab one of the suspicious ones that were marked out, and I'm going to pull them outside. And this, I'm going to be much rougher with them. I'm basically going to force them to the ground, like their face to the ground, so they're lying down. And then I'm basically going to use all my body weight, put them in like an arm lock, and then just
can you force, please?
Force, yeah. Force is one of my better ones. Force is 6, yeah. And this is where I fail. 3 successes, okay.
Okay, and that's going to be opposed.
Yeah.
So that's 1 success and
versus my
3 failures.
Yeah, versus my 3, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I strong arm him to the ground. I'm like, so when I was giving my lesson, my friend marked you as one of the more prime suspects.
What do you mean?
I think you know what I mean. Who supplies the burn?
Oh, man in a coat.
Man in a coat. Is he in this town now?
I don't know where he is. He comes every week.
Every week. What day does he come?
He's about 3 days away.
3 days away. Thank you. You have been the most useful so far. I think you will make it out of this alive.
I don't know. Now that I've given him up, my days are numbered.
Well, your days were numbered anyway with the burn here.
So you think?
So I know. And I'll take him to a house by himself, and I'll look up to Ruben and signal what house he went to, and I'll like give a signal that it was like useful, like a thumbs up saying got information.
Yeah.
But I'll go through obviously everybody doing the same thing. And do you want me to give me a couple more force checks on the other 2 who were more suspicious?
No. You you're not getting much more information you have already got from them. So even if you do or don't, like, it's going to be
Okay, cool. So then I will, once they're all done and all back in their rooms, I'll climb up to the roof of Ruben, and I'll basically give them the information that there's a man coming here. That there'll be a man in a coat coming here within 3 days. He's the one who supplies the burn. I'm assuming he's our bird. Hello,
Ruben
Kit?
Ruben is on mute.
Is he muted himself or?
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sorry. You can hear us. Good. So, did you hear all the information I got?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, any plans? Obviously, fortunately, we didn't need to use your explosive. Not quite yet, anyway. But this traveler, I'm assuming he's our bird.
So did they tell you like which way he comes from?
No, just that he will be coming. How many entrances and exits are there to this town?
Well, it's just an open field, really.
Okay.
Okay.
3 days. 3 days.
So we have 3 days to prep. How many of the truckers did I have to kill? Just one, eh?
Yeah, just one of them.
Yeah. One of the villages, unfortunately, was too far gone. There's also 2 who, depending on how they go, they've got permanent infestation, but I do not think they are at risk of becoming leprous. But and then the two of the others with chakras can definitely be saved. Leo, any input?
I want to know where. Can I ask the guy from earlier if there's like other clans around?
If there are other clans?
Yeah, other clans or like villages.
Well, not really. This is a bit of a nomadic settlement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know of any Spitalian outposts?
Spitalian outposts.
Yes.
There is one roughly 50 kilometers to the west.
Okay, we could make that, and it'll take us a couple of days. I don't think we could get there and get back in time. How far? How? Because you can walk about 8 kilometers an hour. We could do it if we really double march. Because Spitalians would be like the most useful thing here, and they definitely want to because they're always they're as zealous about the sepsis as the Anabaptists. So. Do you happen to have any horses? I know your people like their mammoths, but do you have anything else that we could possibly use as a mount? The Spitalians aid.
We did years ago, but not anymore.
How's the terrain to the Spitalians? Would we be able to make it in a day and a day back?
Oh, if I use my orienteering, can we figure out if we could do it?
Yeah, I have orienteering as well. Not very much though. You're probably much better.
Hold on, how far is 50 kilometers, right?
Yeah, 50 kilometers.
Oh, man. How far can someone really walk in a day?
Ugh.
Yeah, I'll go. It takes about, yeah, so we can, average person can walk around 3.1 miles per hour. So double that, metric. So 3 times, so 3 times 1.6. So yeah, around 5 kilometers an hour. So it would take 10 hours of just straight walking to get there.
Oh yeah, that's doable in a day.
It's doable in a day, yeah. Obviously, we'd have to do much. Hopefully, if we get to the Spitalians, they'll have some mounts so that we could come back way faster.
It's probably a good bet that they do.
Yeah. They're a pretty high-tech faction, so I'm hoping they do. I think that's our best chance to get some aid, because if we piss off the crows, they'll come for us. But this town needs our help. And if they start going Lepros, that's going to be disastrous.
So is that your plan?
Yes, do you have another plan? The other plan is we wait 3 days for the bird to arrive.
Like, I'm trying to weigh the options.
Yeah.
Because, you know. So he'll be arriving in 3 days, and they know it's going to be one guy coming.
Yes, one guy in a coat.
The problem is, like, how do we know that people will behave?
That's the problem. We don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the thing.
We don't want to come back into a bloody ambush or something.
Yeah. But then again, it's like if we get the aid of the Spitalians, that's going to be a huge benefit. Because we don't know if that one guy has more guys waiting at the hill who bring down the supply. Because I highly doubt one dude could supply that much burn. Which raises the second question: how are they paying for the burn? I'll go to our mate and I'll
I'm
ask.
guessing with everything, they used to have animals.
Yeah, they would have used to have animals, but how are they paying for it now? Because this is rather
Literally,
desolate.
literally just selling off everything they can and whatever they can find.
It's definitely worrying. How
So,
yeah, we'll go to our friend. I'm like, how. I'm thinking we head off and get some aid from battalions. Hopefully they. Sorry.
So they're a fair way away.
Yes,
We
50.
see them. We see them once a week in here, roughly.
So the battalions are coming through. Are they monitoring the situation, or do they?
They sort of just pass through and leave us to our own thing. They don't really seem to interact with us.
Interesting. Because usually the burn would attract them, and they would have set up a quarantine or something. I wonder why they haven't. The birds' grasp can't be that powerful that even the battalions are scared of them.
I'm not sure about how these games work.
Yes, politics.
I don't think this is politics. I think something else is happening here.
Yes.
I think this battalion they were losing their influence.
Yes. Well, that's obvious that the crow's claws are digging deep here. But that wouldn't be enough to dissuade the battalions. They've been pretty adamant on purifying the sepsis. That raises more problems than it solves, to be honest. I was also hoping they were completely unaware of this place. I think we'll have to wait here then and wait for their bird to show up and see what's going on.
Yeah.
So you're going to wait then, are you? Where are you going to be staying?
I'm guessing we're gonna have to take this middle shed, or we will have to, or we can leave town. I guess depends. But what do we think will be safer? Because this is like steppes, isn't it? Because we're basically in Russia.
Yeah, essentially, or
Yeah.
Poland, sort of.
Yeah, Poland. It's basically all of Eastern Europe. Like how whereabouts on like a map of Europe would we actually be? Like how far into Poland are we?
You're actually relatively close to the Carpathian Mountain.
So we're on the borders of Balkan.
Yeah.
So we're actually not that far from the Alps. Okay, I was hoping that would be the answer. I was hoping you wouldn't say something like, "Oh, you were like up in Belarus," because that'd be fucked. Okay, so we're on like the cusp. So this is where we're in one of the zones where the bloody psychonauts are fighting each other as well. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Issues. Well, we've still got the same set of problems. That doesn't really change. So, where do we want to set up camp? Obviously, we don't want to give our friend away, so we can't stay with him. And if we stay in the centre of the town, obviously we can keep watch and see who comes and goes, as well as we'll have a building to stay in. So that does make life a little easier. But At the same time, we're surrounded.
Is that just like a house in the middle, or is it something else?
It looks like a little plaza thing to me.
It's like one of those, like a barn.
Yeah, it's like a communal barn / plaza thing. I'm assuming that's what it is.
Yeah, might as well be.
That is now.
Barn.
Yeah.
It's now
All right. Well, we'll go around and we'll unbar all the doors now that we've sort of made a decision. And I'm going to look around for a variety of things that could potentially use to like barricade off the central building to make it sort of just more difficult to approach and give us some cover. Put some like I don't know, stuff on the roof as well, so Ruben has some cover up there.
Okay, so you're going to build some, essentially some defences.
Yeah.
Around the building.
They're probably not going to be very good defences, but it's better than nothing. What would we do to that? Engineering.
I'm not really going to make you roll for it because that's just you just putting barricades and
yeah, it's quite simple stuff. I do have a high intellect, so if I could do like an engineering to get like a more advanced, see how advanced we could go.
You want to do an engineering to see how much damage we'll be able to take?
Yeah.
I'll give you every success that where your barricade can take more damage.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Only one success. Okay.
Okay, so you made barricades that are relatively flimsy.
Yeah. Well, it's better than if I didn't roll at all.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah. It's more so just to be difficult to approach than anything else.
And what have you got any plans for anything else in the village?
We're gonna need supplies, so we're gonna have to go foraging.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really want to take their stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. So, can you both do me survival, please?
Yeah, my survival's 4 again.
Oh
shit! 4 successes.
I have 3 successes, but I also have 3 of these.
Yeah, I think yeah.
So I think the critical success overrolls the failure.
Yeah. Because I think it's sort of like Shadowrun, where it's like it has to be like across a certain threshold before they actually matter.
Okay.
Yeah. But half of your dice is normally that threshold, so. I can't remember what the exact rules were, but.
You got 5. You got all 4 successes.
Yeah,
cool.
I rolled 4 successes.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, you managed to scrounge enough supplies for the next couple of days.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, we did pretty well. So I'm guessing it's mostly just like fucking roots and berries and shit.
Yeah, and you know the odd small animal that you managed to snare and that kind of thing.
Yep, sweet as. All right. Well, I'll go into the middle and I'll start prepping. Dinner. I'm going to see if I can scrounge up a flint and tinder from somebody. Probably our mate, to be honest.
Yeah. Fire making equipment isn't very hard to come by. It's all over the place.
Yeah, okay. I'll get some fire making equipment and definitely add that to my inventory because I don't think I can make a fire. So like flint and tinder.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you definitely get something.
Yeah, sweet ass. And I'm going to, while we wait, I've obviously prepped all that. Is Ruben going to do anything after we get our food?
I'm gonna watch the village while he's prepping, to see to gauge, what's their thoughts about us.
Yeah.
Okay, can you, Ruben, please give me 1 perception check?
Both of us or just Ruben?
Oh, no, just Ruben.
Just Ruben, yeah.
And then 1 cunning check, please.
One, name, check.
One success. Cool. So, in your observations, you figured out that the most likely area for the man to approach from is from the southwest, as that is where there is a small forest. And you've been noticing that as you sort of been able to notice that there's a lot of activity around the forest.
So there's activity in the forest.
Around it, like you can see people coming in and out of it quite a bit from different directions.
Like the whole day, or
Yeah, but they're all coming quite sporadically, but they never seem to be carrying anything in or out, or anything in or out that you can see.
interesting.
Well, I guess we come to the end of the day, and I'll start cooking a dinner. And while I'm doing that, I hand Ruben a spade. I'm like, you should probably dig a latrine somewhere.
Alright. Like, what? Like, before I do it, I'm gonna tell him we should check out the forest like tonight because they're being randomly going in and out of there.
All right, that sounds like a plan to me. Do we want to have a little bit of a dinner and some rest? Leave at midnight, then come back and rest for the morning, or do we want to? When do we want to go? Do we want to go like right now after dinner, have dinner, rest, go in the middle of the night, rest again, or have our full rest, leave early hours of the morning?
I say go, like, have a short rest and then go.
Short rest, go like midnight. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that then. Alright, so I'll finish off dinner. He can dig a latrine. And then we'll head on off at midnight.
Okie dokie. So you are going essentially, you're traveling towards the forest. It's only about an hour away. And, luckily enough, the ground is quite flat, so not really much to worry about navigation-wise.
Alright.
Um,
And when we're like a good kilometer away, I'm gonna go to Ruben and be like, I think you should probably take point. You seem more accustomed to moving silently than me.
Yep. I agree. So how do we do this?
Well,
would you like to stealth yourself?
yeah.
Yes.
I
So
say we sort of go in segments where you go up, you scout ahead, like say within definitely like reinforcement distance. So like I don't know, like 50 so meters. I don't know how dense the forest is though, but sort of in a distance where I can easily get to you. You clear out, you scout ahead, then come back, say it's clear, then I move up to where you've already cleared, and then you move forward again, and we just do in little increments.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you don't want to go too far ahead.
Yeah. So 3 successes, I think.
So 4 failures.
It's got 2, yeah. 2 triggers, 2 crit fails.
Yeah.
It's still greater, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh, nothing, don't worry. Just...
Where was I?
No, so I've gone stealth, so I haven't got 3 successes. What are we doing?
No. Yeah, no, so you haven't managed to stealth yourself.
Oh,
But since we didn't know that, I guess we'll still be doing the increment thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You're still better than I
Uh,
could have done. I only have 3
Luckily,
for this stuff.
luckily enough for you, it's quite dark, so you know, nothing sees your approach. And as you get closer, you start to hear what sounds like gibbering coming from the forest.
So, like, what coming from the rest, sorry?
Gibbering?
Oh, okay. So what are we going to do about that? Just, I guess, keep on going until we see something
keep on
solid. Yeah.
But I think we should go together now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have no idea what. Like, is there noise?
Oh, yeah, I see how it works. Okay, failure. Special case of failure when the number of ones rolled is higher than the number of successes. This is called a botch. Okay. So you only botch it if it's higher. Okay, that's actually good to know. Okay.
Yeah, a botch is when it's a critical failure, and that's when you probably fuck it up.
Yeah, yeah. Success 6 is triggers, but yeah, it doesn't matter about. Okay, I should probably know how basic rolling works.
I'm still trying to figure it out as well, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, so I think it's like in Shadowrun where it's just it only really matters if the number of ones is higher than the number of successes. That's all it says.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apart from that, it doesn't matter. So 3 successes is still pretty good. And you got 2 triggers, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm surprised he didn't stealth. They must be pretty hard. Draws are not possible, blah, blah, blah. In a competition, draws are possible, right? And that's conflict. Takes 2 for the worst. He's handling pressure up. Yeah, so it only matters with blotches that they don't cancel each other out. Successes and ones. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's exactly like Shadow, almost exactly like Shadowrun. Okay, that's good. Okay, I got the basics of it. Okay, it's fine. It's good. All right, let's continue on anyway. So we're going to start moving together now. Should I give a staff roll too, or are we going to throw staff out the window? I might as well try. Might as well try.
Yeah, okay, you can try if you want.
Oh my god. Okay, I just got 3 successes as well and a trigger.
Okay, well, you've managed to stealth yourself then.
That's really good.
As you make your way through, you notice a human-like figure, sort of hunched over.
Okay, we'll stop and I'm going to observe it for a while. Is it so? The perception, I guess, to sit there and just observe it. 3. Same roll. Oh, okay.
You have found a leper.
A Lepros, okay. Oh, thank. Okay.
And it is up.
Is there any others, or does he just seem to be by himself?
Seems to be just by itself.
Lepros, eh? I don't know if it's by out here, but I'll move over to Ruben, obviously, and go. Okay, well, this is a problem. Not an unexpected one, given the amount of burn, but Lepros is obviously connected to the connected to Psychonauts. I'm hoping there's no Psychonauts nearby, or else we're as good as dead. But Lepros does present that issue that there could be one around. What do you think we do from here? Ruben?
I'm thinking... Why would it go? Yeah. Oh, was this one of the villagers from earlier, or the Leon dog?
I'm serious.
So,
I'm assuming it's not a villager from earlier, since the one who was closest to going leprous I killed.
Yeah, this isn't one we did. This is a different one. Can you spare with me? I'm just going to grab a drink.
Yeah, no problem. I'll let you do that.
I say we'll take it out.
Take it out.
I have no idea where the fuck the villagers are hiding this one here.
Yeah.
They're either hiding it or they're like working with it.
Yes. Well, I hope they're not working with it, because that would be bad. And at that point, yes, I'd be purifying the town. If they're actively working with any of the Homo Degenesis, the Psychonauts, that's basically big bad. That's super bad. But I think they're just being basically conned by a apocalyptist. I think that's the most likely. I don't. Yeah. I don't think they're willingly working with us. Psychonaut.
Right, what's up?
Yeah. No, we're just talking. He raised the point maybe that they're working actively with a Psychonaut, but I don't think the town would be working with a Psychonaut. I think they're just being manipulated and exploited by a apocalyptist.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I hope that's the case, because if they are actively working with a fucking Psychonaut, yeah, they're all going bye-bye.
Yeah.
But we're going to take out the Lepros. He's decided.
Okay, so how would you like to do this?
Okay, so I think I'll like kneel forward, and I'll have my sword out in like a position sort of behind me, and I'll sort of go into like a position where I can get up and like sprint towards it, and
Yep.
he can stand behind my shoulder and shoot it first.
Okay, so you're going to surprise it.
Yeah, we're basically going for basic shot and pike technique,
Yep. Okay. Cool. So
but more highly advanced, because he is a fucking high tech gun. But yeah, shock and pike tactic.
Okay. Well, seeing as you're essentially ambushing it, you essentially get to just make your attack straight up.
Sweet ass. So so obviously you get to shoot first, because if you take it out, then I don't have to worry about engaging.
So I do a projectile roll.
Yeah. Shit, I need to take a piss. And then I'll be doing a melee.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. And
yeah.
you can convert 2 triggers into extra damage, so you got an extra point of damage there.
Yep. So what's your damage?
My damage. That's 13.
Ooh.
13. Damn,
Ooh.
that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. That's like, I mean, that's what I expect from a Helvetic gun. All right.
You just killed him.
Excellent.
One more trigger and I could have shot him again.
Yeah, that's right. That's cool. Yeah. Okay. So obviously he sees it. I guess you get to describe your kill, bro.
Yeah, it's my kill.
Yep. You drew first blood.
I guess I'll, going with the wind, just waiting for the right moment, and just,
Fucking headshot, boom headshot.
Yeah.
So, yes.
You sniped it.
Okay. Okay, nice work. Okay, and I'll scurry on over to the Lepros. Does he look like he's from the same clan, or is he like a different group?
He looks Slavic.
I'm assuming they all look Slavic.
Yeah, that's as much as you can tell.
Okay. He doesn't look like. Oh, sorry.
Unless you want to.
Perception.
Yeah, I suppose so. It'd be perception, wouldn't it?
Yep. Okay, I botched it.
Okay. Yeah, nah.
Don't know shit.
Yeah, you don't know anything. In fact, you don't even know. You can't even tell that it's European.
Okay. What's an African doing out here?
Goddamn Africans taking all our drugs.
That just reminds me, I finished reading the entry for Poland yesterday, and the Africans, the Neoliberals, literally drive up to Poland just to hunt the psychonauts. And the story I read, they literally shot one with a tank. They went hunting with a tank, and I'm like, that's amazing. That's so funny.
Nice.
With all his Scorcher bodyguards and an army of slaves, he just goes up, oh yeah, let's shoot with a tank. Oh yes, well done, good hunting. So fucking Africans in this. This is so funny.
Boom.
Oh.
Alright, well. His perception obviously is much better than mine, and he's got 2 triggers as well.
Oh shit, what were you perceiving?
He's looking at the dude as well.
Yes,
okay.
any, like, science of identity.
Okay, so he's not from the local area, but he's Poland, but further north.
Okay.
So do you wander into the forest, or how?
So I'm assuming you
Where-
share this information with me.
Yeah, I should have. He's not from here.
Uh,
Seems from a northern kind of place.
but he looks like a clanner. Or is he a different cult?
Yeah, he looks like a clanner.
It's a clanner. Okay, that's disturbing. I know the call of the psychonauts is strong, but I wasn't aware it was this strong. Okay, well, we continue on, I guess, and keep on exploring the forest. Nothing. We're trying to find this source of where the birds are coming from.
Or why the villagers are occasionally going into the forest.
Yeah.
So you're going deeper into the forest, are you?
Yeah,
Yes.
might as well keep on scouting.
Can you both do me an orienteering, please?
Orienteering. Okay, orienteering is not great. Okay, 1 success.
5 successes.
Okay, cool.
Woo. Yeah, I'm gonna trust Reuben on this one.
Yeah, so Amar's not really sure where they're going. Ruben seems to have a good idea of where everything is and how to get forward. And more importantly, which way you came into the forest.
Yeah.
We're heading deeper now.
Oh, and
As you're traveling,
I'm assuming this is a regular forest, not one of the special fractal forests.
no, it's not a fractal forest.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, so as you're in the forest, you come across what looks to be a sort of a 3-walled shack. So essentially just 3 walls with an iron roof over the top of it. And it looks like there's been a lot of activity.
I think this is our crow's nest. Where the birdies come. What say you?
Any noise coming from the building? Is there any noise coming from the building?
No, it's like it's an open face building.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so we can see straight into it.
Yeah, so it's more like a lean-to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Like
So,
it's got 3 walls and a roof and a tin roof.
Okay.
okay.
any markings or
Mm-hmm. Sorry, did you say something?
is there any markings like on the walls?
Just lots of graffiti.
Okay, well, the specific is any of the graffiti the obviously the crow of the apocalyptists or anything like that?
There are a couple really crude ones.
Okay, and any of them are obvious earth chakras?
No.
No. Okay, so it is okay. It does seem to be the one of the bird's nests here. The question is, what do we want to do with it? You have those nifty explosives, but that may be lighting the nest on fire at this point. It will deal with one problem, but we don't want to bring the bird's wrath onto the town at the same time. Not yet, anyway. Not until quite we know what we're dealing with. What do you say?
I think that this is where they might be meeting the Birdman.
That's what I'm assuming as well.
Yeah.
Well, those explosives, how do you set them off? I'm assuming they got a remote detonator.
I just say I can detonate the way I want it.
Okay, so I'm assuming you must have some form of remote detonation.
Yeah.
Is there anyone obviously in there, or is it just seems to be no one?
No, it's not in there at the moment. It's 1:30 in the morning, so.
Yeah. How do you feel about planting one of your explosives here?
Yeah. Like. Yeah. Then leave it trigger.
Yeah, I have my spade, so we can even slightly submerge it, so it's less noticeable.
Sure. We'll turn it to some sort of mine.
Basically, it's a remote detonated mine, so hopefully nothing sets it off. So yeah, I guess we head on up to the building, and is there anything else here? Is it an empty building, or do they have obviously crates around?
There's a couple of shelves, but here and there that's been stacked away from the evening.
Okay. I was hoping it'd be full of burns so we could let it go bye-bye, but it seems they move it somewhere else. Do we want to keep on exploring then?
Actually, can we? Because I think I'm. Oh crap! I gotta go.
You gotta go, yeah.
I gotta pick up my brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Well,
We'll wrap it up there for the night, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, well, do we any XP for this session and so on?
Hold on. Let's have a look.
I'll end the stream there. Anything else we'll just continue on next time, obviously. So if anybody actually watches this and enjoys, remember to do all the stuff that I always say at the end of videos and every other streamer and YouTuber does, and we'll see you all next time. I'm having a blast.